What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Playbook Sports Podcast. It is post-week 9 of the NFL season. We are in double digits already. It is November. Time is flying.
Flying by.
Mock draft season is upon us. Welcome, everybody. For those of us already eliminated from the playoffs, it's about time. We're going to start diving into mock drafts and looking at college prospects. But the NFL is still alive. The NFL is still well. All right, Kings and Clowns for week 9. I'm going to start off with the Buffalo Bills getting the win over Kansas City, as they do every single season.
Yes.
They beat them in the regular season just to lose them in the playoffs.
Josh Allen's regular season record versus Mahomes is now 5-0.
Yeah, does not lose to them in the regular season, does not beat them in the playoffs. So we'll see how that plays out. Team I was giving a lot of flack to last weekend, saying there's no way that they're winning this game or even covering the 8.5 points. Minnesota Vikings, man. Shout out J.J. McCarthy looking good. Kevin O'Connell kind of shut me up a little bit with that performance. I mean, now, I'm not going to sit here and say like they lit it up because J.J. McCarthy didn't light it up. They won 27-24, and McCarthy's final stat line was 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. But
and a rushing touchdown.
And a rushing touchdown. Okay, so 3 total touchdowns. Solid.
I thought the touchdown throws both were good throws. And they have short fields because they were turning the Lions over.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's
Defense
sort of the yardage.
well.
But I thought JJ did play better because right after we make a video saying he's struggling.
After I talk about the Minnesota Vikings.
He's got to come
being
out and
yeah.
ball. He's got to come out and ball.
Of course he does.
We have to look back, like his 2 games that he played
they
this
were
year.
bad.
They were against the Bears, and he ended up having a great fourth quarter. But
Yeah,
then he played an awful game.
Yeah.
But now we know that the Falcons' defense is legit. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, no other quarterback has thrown 200 yards except for Tua
Yeah, that's
somehow
right.
against that defense.
And 4
Tua
touchdowns.
just barely broke.
And he did
205.
Yeah.
Right.
205.
Yeah.
And 4 touchdowns.
So now we know that defense is legit. Like, I get a little more hope for JJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And hey, this game was big. I mean, I said it. He has to play better this coming back from the injury, and that was a big first step. Because, again, it was against the Lions, not some scrub team.
No,
Yeah.
in Detroit,
Yeah.
too. In Detroit. So good shout out, Vikings. Well done. Carolina Panthers going to Green
Yes.
Bay and
Yes.
getting the win. I'm sure that Addison absolutely loved that. The NFC North is wide open right now.
It is.
I mean, what? 5-2-1 is in
5-2-1,
first place by a half
5-3,
game.
5-3. Yeah, it's the tie.
Yeah,
That's
it's
insane.
yeah, that's crazy right now.
That's
I mean,
fun, though.
open to everybody.
It's kind of what we expected from that division this year.
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
And for the Carolina Panthers, running the ball, I mean, Rico Dowdle, that was clearly the right decision to make him the lead guy in the
He's got to be the
backfield.
star.
We said it. We thought that line was disrespectful. It was 13.5,
Like, that's
an
so
outright
many
money line
points.
for the Panthers. Good job,
So
Bryce
many
Young.
points,
Good job,
man.
Bryce
I
Young.
think Canales handled that situation
Yeah.
perfectly, though. He said, hey, Chuba's our guy. We're going to give him a chance. He didn't perform. They split carries. All of a sudden, you're seeing just the difference in electricity.
It's not even
And the
close.
offense.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know what? Like, Dowdle's the guy now. We don't care that we just paid him. We're here to win games.
Yep.
And I mean, biggest play of the game is the fake, hey, pass protection look here, Dowdle handoff.
Yeah.
And then bust him in a field goal
Yep.
range. And it's like, Parsons even called it out after the game. He said they got us on that. We thought it was a pass.
Yeah, the offense for Jordan Love with some horrible looking
Oh,
throws.
that throw crossbody to the end zone. I was grinning. That might be the worst throw I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And
fair
he would have
catch.
taken it. He would have housed it, too. There
Yeah,
was
no,
way.
exactly. That's why you were a corner. I don't know who it was, but I was like, damn, I literally screamed. I was like, that's why you're a DB, because that was a 100-yard
that's
house
that.
call the other
Yeah.
way. You're in full speed
You
momentum.
never would have forgotten that
Yeah,
moment.
I know
And
it.
now you're going to live with oh.
At least they got the dub.
Right, they got the
Yeah,
win.
true, true.
Panthers sitting at 5-4 through 9 weeks. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Same record as the Chiefs.
Yeah, same record.
it is
as the
same record.
Chiefs.
Just like we all predicted.
This
Yeah.
is times Panthers fans prayed for. Just give us the same record as the Chiefs.
Yeah.
5-4. Next up, I'm going to give some love to the Pittsburgh Steelers for coming out and showing up against the Colts, who are a great football team. Best team in the league so far this year. Steelers definitely needed it, forcing 6 turnovers against the Colts.
Yeah.
Obviously was the difference in that game,
Yeah.
clearly. You cannot lose that game if you force 6 turnovers. You cannot
No,
lose that
no.
game and have any hope going forward. But I thought their offense played smart football. Aaron Rodgers didn't do too much. 200 yards, 1 touchdown. Maybe that's the formula going forward, man. Just don't do too much and hope the defense figures it out, which they did this week.
Well, I will say the Steelers' run game wasn't really there. They only had
No.
16 rushes for Warren. It was under 35 yards
Yeah.
with 2 touchdowns. There was those turnovers, like you said, and that's where you got to give them the props. The defense stymied the Colts. No one's done that all
No.
year. Not even
No.
slowed them down a little bit, and to turn them over 6 times. I mean, Danny Dimes' eyes were going crazy on that play. You saw him.
Oh,
Yep.
That video's gone out there. But I still believe in the Colts. But big time
Same.
show up for the Steelers because they needed that
They
bad.
needed that
They
win.
were
Their
calling.
defense looked old this whole year.
Yeah. Yes.
And finally they put it together for one
I will
series,
say,
you know?
putting Jalen Ramsey on Tyler Warren looked at
Yeah.
pretty smart.
Well,
Yeah.
Jalen
He
Ramsey
was like,
got it up
I'm-
in safety.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And then just following Tyler Warren
He needs-
for most of it too.
He
It's
ain't
like,
got
I
it
love
on the
that.
outside no more.
Yeah,
I
no, he
think.
does not.
Yeah, he don't got it no more.
Put him on the bigger tight ends, let him
Yeah.
be physical.
And
So I
he's
thought that was
head
smart.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is.
yeah,
He's
Like,
head
he
high.
is
It's
head
kind
high.
of wild.
It-
He went for Pittman pretty good.
Yeah,
there.
he's gonna get. They're gonna get some calls for that, but he's trying to put some physicality, and you gotta respect that.
Hey, big
Gotta
game
respect
for
that.
the Steelers defense with
Huge
J.J.
game.
Watt commentating TJ.
Agreed.
Facts.
Yeah.
Talk about bigger tight ends. I might have to pick up Darnell Washington. at
Dude,
fantasy.
he might be a
He
lead.
is a monster.
He's so big, and I loved
My
him in that
favorite,
draft.
my
I
favorite
know, you
graphic
did one.
God dang it, I
is when
loved
they
him.
go that extra heavy and have Darnell and they flash that 1,200
weight,
pounds.
the weight.
on that left side. It's like, good God.
Yeah, he does it all, man.
Yeah.
He's a freak athlete. Love Darnell Washington. And then the fifth and final king, and I think it is the king of the week, Seattle Seahawks, man. They might be the team to watch out for in the NFL right now. I mean,
Jesus,
Sam
yeah.
Darnold looks awesome. That defense is just getting healthier right now.
Yeah.
They just absolutely put belt to ass to Washington, who we'll talk about the Commanders here momentarily.
Yeah.
But I mean, Darnold, 330 yards, more touchdowns than incompletions.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
That's
a good day.
crazy.
That's a Madden stat.
That is a
Yeah.
Madden
That is a
stat.
Madden stat.
And you know they're going to go to Jackson, Smith, and Jigba all game.
All game.
And he
Right.
still gets
He
8
still can.
catches for a buck.
Well, it's because
29.
he's just that good, I think.
He's
I mean,
so good.
Right now, best receiver in the league.
Yes,
I mean,
and I don't know
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
very close.
no, I mean, he's open every single time he runs a route. He's got the whole route tree on him. I mean,
Yep.
Darnold in 13 throws was perfect and had a better week than almost every quarterback in the league. It was 4 touchdowns, it was
Yeah.
over 200 yards,
Mhm.
13 to 13
He
at that
lit
point.
him up in the
And
first
then he
half.
just kept it going.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my, Seattle is real completely. And
Yeah.
And they're going to be good for years to come. If you can see, like, their draft class this
They're
year.
young,
It's
man.
I mean, Torrey Horton looks like a guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
he does.
Elijah Arroyo looks like a guy.
Gray Zabel's one of the
Zabel-
best offensive linemen
Already.
in football
Yeah.
already.
And
Shocking.
they have a deep enough secondary to where they can feel comfortable enough to bench Reek Wooler.
Yeah,
who was
trade
open
him.
Trade him
Potentially,
even today.
yeah.
And like they're just Mike
McDonald.
McDonald.
Yeah.
I almost said Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
Not awesome.
Jesus, Mike McDonald.
Mike
I'll never
McDonald.
forgive the Ravens for not
Letting
just
him go.
promoting him
Yeah, yeah.
and letting Harbaugh go.
Because he's the head coach there for the next 20 years
Yeah,
if
really
things
would
work
be.
out how
Yeah.
they want it to,
It
man.
would be.
So those are the kings of the week. Next up, let's talk about the clowns. Get the clown hat on
Love
here.
the hat. You should
Thank
just
you.
leave the Dolphins
Just-
hat on.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it should just leave the first team we're talking about on the clowns list is
Yes.
the Miami Dolphins losing 28-6 at home. I do just want to real briefly talk about the firing of Chris Greer. Thank you, God. Let's just revisit the franchise, a moment in time, 5 years ago. 2020 NFL draft comes around.
Okay, yeah.
We say we're resetting the 2019 season. We're resetting. We have 5 first-round picks. This is the time to fix the franchise. What they did with the picks: Tua, Austin Jackson, Noah Igbenogany, Jalen Waddle, and Jalen Phillips.
You guys had 5 first-round picks.
We had 3 in 2020 and then 2 in 2021.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. So that's who we took: Tua, Austin Jackson, Noah, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Phillips. Instead of these players that were available at those picks, these are players that it's like you could have taken these guys. At pick number 5 in 2020, could have had Justin Herbert. That was obviously the big conversation.
Mm-hmm.
At pick number 18, to team up with Justin Herbert, you could have taken Justin Jefferson, who was available, who went 4 picks later. And then with your third first-round pick, you took Noah Igbenogany, could have had Jonathan Taylor, who was still available. So now you have an offensive core of Justin Herbert, Justin Jefferson, and Jonathan Taylor. 2021, we go with Jalen Waddle over who I wanted, who is the best right tackle in football, Penei Sewell. And then with your second first-round pick, my favorite interior offensive lineman from that class, Creed Humphrey.
That's
And instead, our offensive line of being garbage last several years has stars in it in Creed Humphrey and Penei Sewell. And then you have Herbert, Justin Jefferson, and Jonathan Taylor on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, it's just not that hard.
that team
It's,
would have gone nuts.
oh, that team would be a contender going forward for years. And instead, you have 2 of those guys on the team. Instead of the 5 first round, you have 3. Tua, Austin Jackson, and Jalen Waddle still on the team. And 2 of them are universally despised contracts in Tua and Austin Jackson. And then you have Jalen Waddle, and it's like, yeah, he's good. But he's not
Yeah.
Penei Sewell good. He's not Justin Jefferson good. He's not in the conversation for top 10 in the league. It's like, what are we doing? So thank you, Chris Greer, for absolutely nothing. I hope you just disappear for a very long time. We'll just put it that way. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
I would like to say you're welcome. All right, as from my team.
Yeah,
we
thank
did
you
this
for doing that. Thank you for doing
And,
that to us.
yeah.
that had to happen. Had to happen. It's
Because we
done.
haven't spoken about the game.
No.
Since then, I
Not a
want to
whole
give
lot
you
to
some
say.
time.
Not a whole lot to say.
But yeah, you're welcome for.
Yes, thank you for doing that. We needed someone to just do that and end it because now there's no hope at all for the season. It's like, yep, see you, Chris Greer. I'm just glad. I didn't want him making the trades at all. I'm like, I don't want you to have anything to do with going forward. You have to go right now.
Yeah.
I understand keeping Mike McDaniel for the season. Why get that new coach bump and piss away a couple of games that when you win?
Yeah.
Why do that?
Yeah.
Why bother?
So what's your guys' record right now?
2-7.
Okay.
Just lose out.
Hey.
Because I will say you were getting on me pretty hard at the beginning of the year.
I was.
Saying
I
5
was.
wins.
Well, of course I was, because everyone said that we would win more than 5 games. Okay, leave me alone. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're a real dick.
Just saying.
You had the Jets in the playoffs. Okay, that's enough out of you. That is enough out of you. Next clown I have is a team that thought maybe they'd be kings after what they did in the fourth quarter. Instead, they end up clowns. It's the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Team's falling apart from inside.
Yeah.
They're yelling at each other. Offense and defense are fighting, and now they're going to trade away a defensive player, at least one in Logan Wilson.
Maybe
Trey
Henderson.
Hendrickson may be going.
Yeah.
Shamar Stewart, buddy, we got to figure something out because I watched him get put into the shadow realm by
Yeah.
Darnell Wright
Oh, yeah.
and Olamide Zacchaeus,
Yeah.
who absolutely stonewalled him on a run play. Zacchaeus is like 5'10", $175, and Shamar Stewart is like, I can't move this man. Man, he's
Body.
blocking me down.
Body.
I mean, stonewalled.
Yeah.
That is a problem.
Yeah,
That is a
Darnell
problem.
Wright's shadow round block. You're not
That was
lying, man.
awesome.
That might be the best block
I
I've seen.
love.
Dude.
I watched
was-
that 10
that
times.
was
I was like,
nice.
God, that's awesome.
He put him on the left side. Looked like
Yeah.
Wright was playing left
Pushed
tackle.
him all
You
the
know,
way over.
it's like,
Like,
oh
that
my-
is
Threw
teach
him out the
tape.
club.
He did throw him out the
He
club.
did. He did. Man.
He did, man. Next team I've
Another
got.
guy we were all right, by the way. in
Yes,
the draft.
Shamar Stewart. None of us liked
Yeah.
him, and we were correct about that. Next up, Green Bay Packers.
Yeah,
Yikes.
gotta be, man. Gotta
Yikes.
be.
You cannot lose at home to the Carolina Panthers, who are frisky.
Yeah, no.
Frisky
Frisky.
team. But you're supposed to be the best team in the NFC. You have the best record going into this week,
Mm-hmm.
and to fall apart and lose that game and only score 13 points, yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. You got some questions you got to figure out because your division is all right there.
And I mean, Kevin Clark trade looming large. Could
Mhm.
not stop the run.
Cannot
Is this a
stop Green Bay
formula to
at all.
beat Green Bay? Just
Run the
pound
ball.
the rock, and if you can
Run
do
it,
it,
make
I
Yeah.
mean,
Pound
straight-
the rock, run it at Micah.
Run it out.
I mean, you're not
That's
wrong,
what the
man.
Panthers were doing.
Yeah.
That's what the
It
Panthers
doesn't
were
help. You lost Tucker Craft for the
Yeah,
season.
that is a
Yes.
big injury.
That
Big.
sucks.
Big injury.
He's your number one offensive weapon
He
through
was.
the air, and you're literally stuck with Matthew Golden, who's been a huge disappointment.
Yes.
Jaden Reed, who can somewhat stay healthy, and then your other four.
Yeah.
Right, number 2 wide
Yeah,
receivers.
does Dubs finally step
Brother
up and guardian
Dubs.
cap, man? Who knows? But
Guardian
I
they,
think Watson's
Biggest helmet
good
in the
for
league.
2 40-yard catches a game.
he's getting bigger.
Yep. Yeah, it does
Yeah.
keep getting bigger.
Also, they need to just retire those uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are bad. Those are bad.
Yeah.
uniforms.
Leave them at University of Illinois.
Yeah, they're cool when they're Illinois. 'cause
Right,
it sort of
great.
fits their colors.
Right, fits orange and blue.
It looks like a Bears uniform from
Yes.
the distance. If you
Wow.
just saw someone in that uniform from a distance and you weren't in Lambeau,
Mhm.
you think that could be a Bears uni.
Yeah, I'd rather the Packers go all yellow with a cheese
Yeah,
helmet.
come on, do it.
I'd rather
Go
they do
Stanky.
something like that.
Go Stanky.
Hideous. If we're gonna go hideous,
Yeah.
let's go
Yeah.
hideous
Let's get gross.
for the Packers. I mean, let's just
Romeo
get
Dobbs
diabolical.
actually has a cheese head as
A
his
literal
guardian
cheese
cap.
head as his
Yeah.
guardian cap would be awesome. Next up, I've got 2 more clowns for the week. Washington Commanders. Like,
Yeah.
you got beat by a better team. Why is Jaden Daniels still in the game? You've got a quarterback who has already missed time this year, had injuries last year. Like, he's obviously injury prone. You're keeping him in the game in a blowout.
Yeah.
And even Dan Quinn said himself, like, I shouldn't have him in the game. It's like, yeah, hindsight's 2020, buddy. What were you thinking?
That's-
Like, we're gonna get back in this? No, you're getting smacked. Get
Even
out.
if you don't think you can get back in it, like, is it going to help you at all? Like, is it going to help Jaden Daniels at all?
Right.
You know, is he learning anything from this
No.
experience? Is there, like, there's nothing there that's even positive for him to stay in.
No.
And then it's going to cost you your season. It's going to cost him not just the season, but a whole bunch of rehab. That's
Yeah,
gonna
that's-
suck.
I mean, that elbow was vicious.
That's one of the nastiest replays I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, his arm was backwards.
Yeah,
It
not
was-
good.
Yeah.
Not good.
I
This is
didn't
not
see
his
it at
throwing
first. I
arm.
was looking at his ankle.
Like, what
and
happened to his
knee,
legs?
and-
Yeah. And then you
I
see
saw
it,
the
you're like,
replay.
oh.
I was talking to Bobby. I just kept saying, "You gotta watch the video." I
You
made
gotta
him
watch the
watch it because
video.
it was. I mean, it was really bad. And
Yes.
not to harp on the, Dan Quinn too much because I understand. I don't like the "I thought I could have taken." Then you should just say, "I should have taken him out. I messed
Right.
up." Get rid of that thought word.
Yep.
Shane Steichen,
Yep.
not to jump into the Colts, but he said something similar. I thought I should have gotten Taylor more carries. No,
No.
you messed up and didn't get him
Own
enough
it.
carries. Own
Yeah.
it. No, enough with this thought. Dan Quinn, you had your quarterback in a game that was a loss,
Yep.
and he got hurt in a traumatic injury. So
And I know that Jaden Daniels' mom on Twitter is asking people to stop doing this, but is it weird to anyone else that Jaden Daniels and Robert Griffin III got injured in the exact same stadium on the exact same yard line against the exact same team? I mean, we've been making these comparisons the whole time, and then something like that happens.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. On second down at the same yard line in the stadium.
You
Like,
know, she's blaming all of us.
Oh,
yeah,
100%.
we've spoken into
And
existence.
it's like, no, blame Dan Quinn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
blame Dan Quinn for
As
keeping him in a blowout.
crazy as it is, I'll try to spin it good for Washington. This might be a good thing for Daniels going forward. Your body is not. And
Is
you're not
not.
invincible, man.
No, he's
you're,
not.
You're not. You can get hurt. Something bad can happen to you. You don't have to fight for every single yard because
No.
he's a gamer, and that's
Go
what he
down.
does.
Yeah.
He's I'm a warrior. You don't have to be a warrior. You are the franchise man, and not that that's his fault in any way, but maybe he just has a little bit. He's more conservative with his rushing and is willing to go down more.
Yeah.
Who knows for the future?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hopefully,
that's rough.
hopefully he learns that.
Yeah,
Because he's
hopefully
not
he
a
learns
huge guy.
No, he's small.
yeah,
That was
you're
his
small.
problem coming out of
He's a slim guy.
college. He's a slim
But
fella.
he's got that warrior
Right,
mindset.
he's like, I gotta fight very hard. It's like,
because he does
you're
every
gonna
play.
fall apart if you do that.
And with the RG3 comparison, at least like you said, it's his non-throwing
Yeah,
arm.
Right,
That's
it's
true.
big. Instead of his
Yeah.
knee that he blew out. Right.
Maybe that doesn't affect him as the rehab's gonna suck.
Yeah.
obviously,
Right.
But moving forward, that shouldn't be something.
Yeah,
And
no,
that looked
that
like
hurt.
his hurt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah, that
God.
just is
apparently
really-
you could hear the scream.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure you
Oh,
could.
yeah.
I mean, you dislocate your elbow like that. My
Yeah.
God.
They cast it up immediately. You know
Yeah.
it's bad.
Yeah, he'll.
It took me a few replays to see it, and then I was like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
God.
No, it was a. I might peek.
Not good. Yeah,
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah.
And then last clown for the week, it's just the worst team in the league. It's New Orleans Saints, losing 34-10 to the Rams, who just got whatever they wanted all day. I mean, they benched Spencer Rattler, who actually was playing decently. Like, had people saying maybe they don't go quarterback first round.
Yeah.
Maybe they like, okay, we have something here. Bench him for Tyler Shuck. First game, maybe he's still best quarterback in the class. That's still possible, but struggling so far. And also the run game. Taysom Hill, your leading rusher with 30 yards and 4 carries. That's just not going to work. I mean, what are we doing? And I just don't understand New Orleans. Like, their cap situation still sucks. They're still an old team,
Yeah.
and they're 1-8. They're the worst team in the league
Yeah.
record-wise. I mean, what's the plan here?
I wonder if Kellen Moore has a deal where he's like, hey, this year we're going to suck.
We're just
Like,
gonna
are
lose.
you aware of this?
Right.
Like, making
Yeah.
sure.
Right.
Because I think they should have probably hired someone else just for this year and just been
to
like,
suck.
hey, like, we believe in you later, but like right now we know where we are.
Yeah, that's it.
And I hope it's not a one and done situation. I hope they have more faith in him because I do think he's going to be a good coach.
Yeah.
Me too.
know
I
that.
think he can be.
But he inherited a shit show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
disaster.
questioned it. Why would you pick that as your one opportunity?
Right, you
were
maybe
definitely
only
highly
get one
touted.
shot.
You could have gotten a Bengals job in an extra year. I mean, instead you picked the Saints, and the fact that quarterback is now a talking point for their draft is they just drafted one.
yeah.
And I get that
Right.
Chuck, you might be bad, but when you just picked a quarterback high in the draft, sure it wasn't a first round
Top
pick.
50 pick.
It was a high pick, and then doing it immediately again. I mean, that's not all. It doesn't always work out.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
So those are Kings and Clowns for the week. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the podcast. Make sure you guys are commenting down below who deserves to be Kings and who deserves to be Clowns. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.